Let's look at some ways that you might be able to actually boost your metabolism. This is some great stuff that'll help to keep you lean. So, can you really do it? Well, there are a few ways that will help you to increase your metabolism. One of the first things that you can do to increase your metabolism is by eating more protein. More protein in your diet is great for boosting your metabolism simply because protein takes more calories to burn at rest. So if you think about it, if you're eating a food that takes more calories to burn it, more calories to digest it than carbs and fats, of course you're going to be just burning more calories in general, right? So high protein diets, very great. Also, kind of on a side note tangent, high protein diets are really good because they're high in satiety and they'll keep you full as well. So it won't really boost your metabolism in that sense, but if you're eating more protein, you're going to be less apt to overeat on more unhealthy foods, right? So that protein is a good way to kind of keep your overall calories in check. And of course, being physically active, we can actually think about this in two different ways. So physical activity can burn calories in the immediate sense. This would be like when you are doing cardiovascular exercise, for example, or you go out for a run, you are essentially boosting your metabolism in that tiny peak set, right? You're going out for a run, burning calories, metabolism is boosted. You can also lift some weights and build muscle, and that's going to boost your metabolism long term. So physical activity is super important in a lot of different ways. And in another sense too, we can also look at NEAT. So NEAT is what we call non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And that's a very fancy term for all the little calories that you burn every single day from fidgeting, from getting up and just kind of shifting your weight around, from tapping your hand on a desk, from maybe having like some tics or some little twitches in your body. These little tapping of your foot, tapping of your hand add up tremendously. And a lot of people who are very, very skinny have a very high NEAT. And the problem with NEAT is that it's very hard to consciously control. But the really cool and neat thing about it, neat, there's a pun. The cool and neat thing about it is that you can literally burn sometimes 500 up to 1,000 extra calories a day if your NEAT is high. And one of the ways that NEAT actually goes up, so this basically unconscious movements, is when you eat more. Your body naturally wants to move more when it has more calories, okay? But on the flip side too, there's a lot of skinnier individuals who just have a higher NEAT in general, so they're burning a lot of extra calories through fidgeting. And of course, that's a way to boost your metabolism. You can consciously think of doing it too, just, oh, I'm gonna tap my foot more. That's kind of tougher as well. But on top of that, living in inclement temperatures is another way that you can boost your metabolism. So inclement temperatures could be super, super hot weather. It could also be super, super cold weather, or just kind of bouncing in between the two. It doesn't particularly matter which one, but when your body is at those kind of inclement or tough temperatures, it's going to take more energy for you to keep your body at a set temperature, right? And if you are doing something like a cold plunge, or if you are doing something like sauna, you are stressing your body out in kind of one sense. And when you stress your body out like this, you are basically challenging yourself to remain at a certain homeostasis in your body. And this is going to take a lot of calories to do that. A few extra calories, right? It's not going to take a large abundance, but it is a small way that you can boost your metabolism, getting in those tough temperatures. Now, this is an interesting thing. Nicotine and caffeine. Caffeine and nicotine, right? So boosting your metabolism can happen by taking in some caffeine, but also by taking in nicotine. This is why a lot of people who smoke notice that when they quit smoking, they actually gain a little bit of weight. Or on the flip side, smokers are typically often pretty skinny. And it's something with the nicotine, it just boosts your metabolism a little bit, so it speeds everything up. Caffeine can help on a small degree as well. In addition to all the great benefits of caffeine helping with sports performance and pushing yourself in the gym. Of course, if you push yourself in the gym, you're going to be working harder. When you work harder, you're going to build more muscle. You're going to burn more calories in that immediate sense, and potentially just from that muscle mass you have built as well. And then sleep. Sleep is super crucial for boosting metabolism. This is mainly from hormonal imbalance. So your hormones essentially will be working in tip-top shape, and you're giving your body time to recover from all those activities of the day. So how significant are all these things for boosting your metabolism? They're fairly significant. I would say the biggest difference that will be made will be if you are done doing all of these consistently for a long period of time. And it's not going to offset a bad diet, and it's not going to offset a super bad lifestyle. So if you are doing all of these things, but you're still eating complete garbage every single day, it's not really going to matter at the end, because this is basically optimizing getting your metabolism a little bit better. This might be like 500 extra calories per day you're burning, maybe a little bit more in the grand scheme of things, which does add up. But if you're slamming beers or you're slamming burgers, all of these, super unhealthy things, not getting good sleep, right? It's not going to matter. It's going to completely offset in the end and set you back in your weight loss goals. So go ahead and give this video a like so far if it has provided you some value and gave you some good knowledgeable tools.